Fantasy? No, I knew it was big. Like, I was driving around in the car listening to it, and even before the remix happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like, that was just one of those things that I can't even describe how much I love the song. That remix is one of my favorites I've ever done, that song. There's just something about ODB's voice, you know, leading. He like opens the door for that song to shine. We performed it once at Madison Square Garden together. And I just remember he looked so happy, and it was a moment. It was a moment for me.
Me and Mariah go back like babies were pacifiers. Right.
When I think about your career at that time, it surprised everybody. People believed that you were some shy girl in a castle tower.
Well, I was in a castle tower. Did I want to be there? Not really. Well, I knew that I had no talent as a student. I was not good at all at anything scholastic, and I believed in my heart that I was going to be a professional singer. I didn't tell anybody that I wanted to be a singer. I kept that to myself because I believed. I remember one time my mother said to me, "Don't say if I make it, say when I make it." And I heard her say that. I'm not capable of being an opera singer and never will be. When I saw the effort that she put into it, it was mind-blowing. Like, it's this huge voice, and I would sit there and I would listen as a little girl. One time she stopped singing, and because she was going over and over on one particular line, and she didn't, you know, she messed up. And it wasn't a big thing. She's at the piano, whatever. And then I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I continued where she left off, and she said, "Okay, she's got an ear." It wasn't until a little bit later that I started writing songs, because it was, you know, the poetry came first. And then I started like adding little melodies to the poetry. My mom was always singing all different types of music. And later, and I would sit in with her musicians that she worked with, guitarists and bass players and different people. And I was probably like 9 at that point. And they were scatting and they were doing all kinds of stuff. And I think that what happened was that's when I really picked up what creating something was, because I was scatting.
What does scatting sound like coming from Mariah?
Oh, not today. There's a bit of journal. There's probably one right behind there, but I won't bother you with that. There's a pen involved. There's voice notes involved. But it's too distracting to do too much, like something that feels too technical when I'm writing, because I'm kind of like channeling and in my own way. There was an occasional thesaurus, but I don't know, I lost it somewhere. I used to like it. I did used to like it, but you don't want to need it. Let's say Danyel Moore was here, he was walking around. Okay, let's say he was playing piano and I was singing, and we're going in different directions, and then we end up in the right direction. And what I tend to do is take that moment and go by myself, listen to it, and write, and just be alone. Well, there's some songs that I've written and I started on the piano because that's just what I was doing. I'm not a piano player at all, but sometimes I will just play a little bit, and that happened with All I Want for Christmas Is You. I do like to collaborate, but when it's a one of those heartfelt kind of moments, I really like to be alone and pour my heart out onto the page.
Still the same hopeful child.
Me and Jermaine are like two kids in a sandbox when we're in the studio writing, and I mean that because I say that because it's fun. I love working with JD, and he loves working. You could just see, like, when he's in the studio, that he revels in it. The first song we wrote together was Always Be My Baby.
I ain't gonna cry, no.
And then we were talking about We Belong Together, and, you know, there's other songs that we've written together, but those two, I mean, those are, I think they're close to the top of my songs what I've done. So, you know, it's no accident that it was with JD. Working with Jimmy and Terry was such an incredible experience. Like, we really, really, truly worked together, and it's amazing because sometimes you think, oh, they're gonna be trying to take over because they're men, and you know how that goes sometimes. It wasn't that way at all. It was a dream. It was so good.
And when we think about Anderson,
what are we doing in the studio? We are having fun in the studio. You know, he's sort of an eclectic guy, and I love that about him. You know, he's different than most people I know, but he's artsy. He's artsy. So, you know, I get that. I think he's more artsy than I am, but if we sit there and have a conversation, it's going to artsy land. I have certain songs that I don't know that I'm the subject of them. It's a lot more things I've been through, different stuff. Songs that are not singles, songs that are like deep album cuts. Petals is one of them.
And I miss you, little sis, little brother.
And Portrait. I have a song called Cry. That might be somewhat about a specific person, so I'll take that off the list. Close My Eyes is another one that I really, that is about me. That's an evolution of me and what was going on. I took 4 years to write that song. What is my all-time favorite lyric? Okay, I was a wayward child with the weight of the world that I held deep inside. Life was a winding road, and I learned many things little ones shouldn't know, but I closed my eyes.
Maybe I grew up a little too soon.
Sometimes I go towards hits, but when I'm not, I'm just expressing my feelings sort of to myself.
I saw recently you said that you feel like the Grammys have scammed you.
They have. All I know is, yes, the Grammys have kind of shut me out many times. But what happened was I was used to it. I was used to getting scorned by the powers that be. And so even when we were sitting in our chairs at the Grammys, like, we all kind of like, were just like, well, what do we do now? Like, you know, we didn't really know what it was, but we knew it wasn't a Grammy in our hands. I feel like for a long time, people didn't even acknowledge me as a songwriter. But also, I want to pay tribute to the people who do make me feel like I'm worthy.
I strictly do not understand why you're not always referred to as a singer-songwriter.
Yeah, I hate it. I mean, it's obvious. I've said it many times. I'm a singer-songwriter, from the very beginning of my career. Like, since I was, I don't know numbers, but we'll call it 20.
I write my own songs, I produce my own records. How many songs do I have to write until I at least get that credited?
But it's still hard for me to say, yeah, I think I'm so good at songwriting. It's really hard for me to do that. See, if I said something like that, that would make me sound arrogant, and I don't want. But do most people know how to say how good they are? I do believe that I'm a seasoned songwriter. I do believe that I've had this career for a long time, and we've had hits and all the things. But I'm not sure exactly how to say, okay, this is what I need them to tell me as a songwriter so that I feel better about myself because people hate on me and, therefore I need to have a pat on the back. I don't know.
You're really good at it.
Look, I finally got it.
I want you to say it so bad, and I'm gonna stop making you say it.
I'm really good. I like writing songs and I'm good at it. Yay. Everybody who doesn't want to give me that acknowledgement, you can hit the road. Okay? Profanity free.